The very first thing you want to do before any makeup is face and eye primer. Let's go. So your next step in makeup is to do your brows, not your foundation. We're gonna do our eyes first, then our foundation, you'll see why. But the next step is to use our brow liner and brow gel, and watch. Let's just make some magic happen. So your very next step is your concealer, lining under your brow and really highlighting that brow bone. Even if you're like me and you don't have a prominent brow bone, this will look like a facelift. Let's go! So a super cool tip about that, the whole eyebrow thing, is if you messed it up, if it's too thick, too thin, or if you actually just kind of took it off by doing that technique, just put it right back on. It's totally fine. This is actually kind of giving you a little room to play. Okay, so let's go to the top of our cheekbones and under our eyes and watch this. Now this is a quick tip. This is a very interesting place to highlight because generally we don't think about that. But just right here where we would put our contour, just under it, we're going to put a little bit of highlight. It's really going to make a difference. So now at this point you might want to go back, grab a little bit more, and just touch right above your cheekbone here. Just give it one more go, and then right above your brow bone. Now this is not perfectly blended at all because we're going to go back in with foundation and contour, and again this is supposed to be instant facelift, so these are really quick tips that you can do at home. You can go full on and go a bunch of other tips, but these are quick tips for you so that you can do this every day. So we're going to move into eyes now. We're going to leave that concealer on there. It's setting and working with our body heat so that when we do use our foundation over it again, it's going to have from underneath a beautiful highlight. Pretty cool. So let's go into eyes. Now if you have hooded eyes like me, a quick tip is above on your brow bone, you do not want to use a shimmer. Okay, if shimmers scare you because you have hooded eyes, you're right. But they should be used right here. See where you see my eyes? You see barely a little corner of my eyelid. There's my eyelid, now it's gone. So in here, you do want to use a shimmer. I love to use our Splurge Cream Shadow. I also use some of our other shimmer pigments. But up here, I love to use our powdered pigments in Innocent. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. I love it, love it, love it. It's kind of like an eggshell white. So it looks just really great over that concealer as a very complementary color. So I'm going to go do eyes real quick. I'm going to go fast forward, do all that blah, 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 blah. So have fun watching, and thanks for watching, and I'll be right back. So when you do your eyes, you want to keep the inner corner light and work on the darks going towards the outer side of your eye. This is giving the illusion of more real estate up there, because look, you can see the hooded eye, but this eye looks like I have way more going on. Another quick tip is using your white liner on your waterline to open your eye. The whole key is to look open and bright. So let me show you how to do that. Wow, what a difference, right? Another fun tip to do with your white liner is go right up here and just give a little highlight. Now that's fun. And here it is, ladies, time for the liquid gold. Oh yeah, the Liquid Touch foundation. Okay, what you need to know, first of all, is the Liquid Touch foundation has a dropper. You are going to need to empty that dropper, then put the lid back on, then shake it up. Then when you pull out the next bit in the dropper, it'll be shaken up product. So be sure to clear the dropper first. I'm going to be using our blush brusher because it is very similar to the liquid foundation brush that you're going to get in your June Kudos for free. Oh my god. Or why don't we just call it this free or this free, because you're still saving $40 anyway you slice it. So the brush that you're going to get is flat. It's about the same size and it has a little well in the center. And what you're going to do is take 5 little drops after you've done what I just showed you. Squeeze it back up into the tube. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now it's works of magic. Okay, so I've done half my face, and you can see that the concealer underneath the foundation is giving a highlight. So the whole point to creating this facelift effect is highlight and shadow. Shadow and highlight are created by contour. We did the lights underneath, we'll do lights again on top, but now it's time for the shadow. This is really fun. This is our sculpting trio. Really is awesome. I just love the way they did this. Younique did this with this little guideline that stays right on top too, so it kind of gives another layer of protection to the product. I'm today going to be using our contour brush, which is fabulous. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the dark first, up on the top, around the hairline, to the temple, around the hairline, but here's where the magic happens, the instant facelift, right here on the bottom of the jaw. So whether you have a lot to work with or little to work with, it doesn't matter. What we want to do is create that shadow. This is how we're going to do it. We're also going to go just under our cheekbone. It's the hollow of your cheek, so if you do kissy face, everybody's different on their own face where that is, and you're going to want to do like a triangle-like shape, and then we're going to blend it out. So don't worry if it's going, oh no, it's too dark, it's too this, because we're going to fix it too with the highlight. Watch. So now for highlight, you're going to use the other side, the paddle side of your contour brush. Go right here into the center, get a nice amount of product on that brush, just go ahead and swirl it around. You're going to hit your T-zone, your nose, under your eye, your chin, and that area here under your cheek, and a little bit up here on your brow bone. Let's just do it. So I can talk to you at the same time. Hey, you're just talking to me again. No, I love to share, you guys. Can you tell? This is so fun for me. So the petal brush, I really wanted to explain this to you because it's got that really nice little angle going on so that you can go right under your eye like I just did. And really, the whole point to doing foundation and highlight after your eye pigments is for cleanup. Now, if you notice in my shadows, also that dark, I brought it up, so everything's coming up. And then you're going to take that paddle brush and just kind of smoothen that out too. You definitely want highlight on the top of your cheekbone, so go all the way up to your hairline. Okay, now we're going to go in the area just under the hollow of your cheek. So that's where I said if you are feeling like, oh no, it's too dark, it's too this, I messed up. You can clean it up easily there. So let's go up here, top of the brow bone. Nice. I really, really, really love this sculpting trio. It's such a treat and a brand new product for the spring 2016. And it's just genius coupled with your contour brush that has the flat side and the paddle side. Can't forget that highlight. The highlight is actually designed to be used with your finger because it's your body heat working with the actual product, which is creamy and just beautiful. And you're going to put the center of your nose, top of your cheekbone now, because you do want the light to hit a higher point of your cheekbone to give that element of a higher focal point, which is facelift. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And you're just going to dab it very, very lightly like this and kind of stipple it with your finger. It's not supposed to be like this big whammo shabammo. It's just an effect. Like when I tilt, you can see it. Okay, let's do down the center bridge of your nose, just right here. You know, if you have a nose that you don't want to highlight, like I wouldn't want to highlight the end of my nose because I feel like the end of my nose is already like, you know, pretty out there. And so you just want to get the bridge of your nose. You don't want to go all crazy and go everywhere. Just again where the sun would kiss you. Our little diagram here also shows just right here on your brow, but I personally like to go above it because if you don't have a prominent brow bone like me, that really helps give that little added just touch of drama. And it's pretty. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Okay, we have 3 more things to do and we are almost done. So here's the deal with a facelift and contouring. You're trying to create dimension. So I'm just going to go right into this. You really want to use a blush at this point. Generally, as we get older and we mature, we lose that flushed color, that color that just brightens up our whole face. So definitely do not skip your blush. And I'll show you how to use it right now. Stick with me. So this is our Minerals Pressed Blush. I love it because it's not all powdery and everywhere. I love that it's pressed and then it's minerals. I just love that. There's a mirror. My color is in Sweet, but I can color match you. We have several colors for everybody. So you're gonna wanna just swirl it on there and then tap the excess off, okay? Too much blush is crazy. So let me help you here. Smile, find the apple of your cheek, like this. Yay. And then don't smile. And you're gonna wanna take the flat side of your brush and go up just on the top of that cheekbone and then really blend it. Our brushes are genius for blending because the black ones too are copper hair and it's just so pretty. Always, always, always blending. There. Now you want that little rounded effect, that sun-kissed glow, that nice radiant feeling. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is, girl, we gotta lash up. Okay, we are almost done. We're gonna go back in with our concealer and just do a little bit under our lips. Watch what this does. Wow, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial as much as I've had fun doing it for you. Now I'm gonna put on some lip gloss just on the half of my mouth. And I love this color. This is Lavish Lip Gloss. There's actually a little mirror on the side, so I don't need to hold another mirror. Actually, it has this applicator too. It's very brush-like, which is preferred. Look how pretty that color is. I love it. And there we go. What a difference. What a difference that this side of my face looks from the other side. Okay, let me do this. This is no makeup, and you can see hooded eyes. It's like there's no shape. This side. Yay! Yay for instant facelift! Whoop whoop! It's all in the contour and it's all in the shading. So you guys take these tips and tricks, use them. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you already use or what you would love to try. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for requesting this video, and I am so excited to be here sharing these tips and tricks with you. So thank you so much for joining me as well.